Good afternoon.
Hello. It's,
Reporting from
yeah,
the RHS Bridgewater.
it's a lovely sunny day.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's spring.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we thought we'd come somewhere different.
Yeah.
Where are we, Kath?
I've just said
Oh,
the RHS.
there's a sign.
Water.
Well, that must mean something good.
Mm.
We've just come down the M62 and we're here in Greater Manchester.
Yeah.
And
And we're grabbing some lunch as well, aren't we?
yeah, but we're going to have a look around at the gardens in springtime at RHS in the northwest of England.
About time and
It's,
all.
about time and all.
Yeah. We
So-
need another one in the north, actually.
Yeah,
Another one of the RHS Gardens should be good.
yeah.
So
So
at least two.
let's go in and have a look. Shall we?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go in. Okay, we're in.
We're in.
Hey.
Hooray!
Hooray!
We got through customs then.
We got through customs. Here we are, RHS Bridgewater. A lovely sunny day.
Now they look like they made out of the same thing. It's like a fiberglass, are they?
Looks like
That they make the
giant Easter
you know
egg.
what Wild in Autumn do.
So, what do we know about Bridgewater, Cal?
Well, it's only what? How many? It's only been open a couple of years now, hasn't it? Is this
No, it hasn't.
second year to this year?
Yeah, only opened last May.
Yeah. So that's. Oh yeah, of course.
It was delayed because of COVID.
That's right. Of
It
course.
should have opened in 2020.
20. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. No, so it's been open nearly 12 months. Next
Yeah.
month. Yeah. Sorry, but it should have opened in 2020.
Yeah.
But couldn't.
These were the RHS in Chelsea display exhibits.
Yeah,
That
and
they
they've got
brought
one
here.
of they've got one of the original gardens from Tatton, haven't they?
Yeah.
That they recreated here
Yes,
as well.
they have. So they're developing it all the time.
Mm.
But it's in a place called Worsley, is it?
Worsley,
In Greater Manchester.
because there used to be an old Worsley Hall.
Yeah, so
possibly
it's an estate, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the entire garden is based around. The hall was knocked down in the 1930s or something.
Now, didn't it burn down at some point?
Or yeah, well, eventually it's gone now. And there was the only thing that was left here was this walled garden, which is just over there. And it's been derelict for 70, 80 years.
Yeah,
or
nearly
something.
100 years, I think.
And the RHS took it over and created these beautiful gardens that we can see now on the estate.
Now,
And
when
they're
they were-
developing it all the time.
Yeah, because they did an interesting program on it, didn't they? On the documenting the getting it ready and
Yes,
the planting schemes and installing the water features and
yes,
planting new trees.
yes,
All in haste for 2020, and then COVID hit,
that's right.
and then there was just like what, a couple of gardeners
Yeah,
having to work through COVID year,
yeah,
pandemic year.
that's right. So it's a really interesting place to come if you're interested in gardening,
Exactly.
which is what we are, isn't it?
Mm.
We're a
And
bit
they have-
interested in
They
gardening.
do some experimental borders, don't they, where they trial specific dahlias
Yes,
or specific type of vegetables, brassicas, or a new variety, and they do lots of trials and tests as
they
well.
do.
I
Very good
mean, how
at
do you
stuff
think
like
it
that.
compares with the other one? Wisley.
Wisley,
Not Risley.
Wisley. I think it's more modern. It's more
Is it
developed.
Is it smaller or bigger?
I think it's well.
because we've been
it's-
to both, haven't we? So
Yeah, but there's lots of undeveloped areas here.
Here,
that
at the moment,
are
yeah.
ripe to be developed, aren't
Yeah.
they? And they've got lots of plans for the future.
yes.
And so,
So I mean, it's good to have that opportunity, I suppose, isn't it?
yeah,
To I mean, it must be great for the gardeners because they've done this from scratch.
I know,
haven't
it's
they?
incredible.
Oh, look at these.
well, these gorgeous.
They're looking nice.
I love these. These are called. I've
Oh,
forgotten
yes.
what they're called. The crown
called?
something, aren't they? Crowns.
There's a crown and glory, isn't there?
I don't know what they are, but they're quite beautiful, aren't they?
Mm.
With tulips.
I love the tulips, the
Yeah.
orange and the violet colour.
Sure side of
It's lovely.
sure sign of spring. Work's going on here.
Mm.
Let's go into the walled garden and see what we've got.
So, yeah,
this area is known
a
as
lot of
the
snow.
Paradise Garden, isn't it?
This one?
This is the Paradise Garden. With lots of water features.
Because we approached it from a different angle. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to go and sit down here. Isn't that beautiful?
Nice. And look at that, Phil. There's a rill.
A rill, yeah. It's known as a rill, isn't it? Yeah. Lovely water.
A rill.
As you can see, it's beautiful. These are RHS trial beds that we see here. As far as the eye can see, almost. Do you know when you get a packet of seeds from the shops and it has a little thing on it saying RHS approved or RHS Gold Merit of Approval or something to that effect? Well, this is how it gets that merit of approval, is by the RHS trialing the various different types. Here we've got spring cabbage, and they will compare the growth rates of them, the success of each plant over various conditions, and they're all grown in, I suppose, scientifically approved conditions. So this is how it gets them Garden of Merit awards, so that you know that that particular variety of seed has come up to RHS standards, whatever those standards are. So this is how it's done. It's interesting, isn't it? Pretty cabbages all in a row, or all in many rows. Here we go. And in these beds they're trialling hydrangeas for RHS approval. Last year they had violas in here, I seem to remember. So yeah, they go through rigorous trials to make sure they're up to standard, these various cultivars and variations on a theme. And here they're doing a trial on primulas. This is how you get your RHS approval on your seeds, in case you didn't know. Tried them in identical types of soil and growing conditions to see which do the best. And as you can see here, although they were probably all started off at the same time, some have done better than others. Some have done dismally, failed. The Duchess of York doesn't look very good there. That's pretty bad showing. But the main wearing iris at the back,
It's nice.
looks very strong.
I like this one as
Coming
well.
on strong.
So is this the... What's that? I can't see there.
Don't know. So, is anybody growing primulas this year? Make sure that RHS approved, because they will be stronger plants and they will do better for you. These are looking good. Yeah. Very interesting. That's what you must do.
Hey, I wonder if they've used a rotavator on that or just dug it over.
Get rid of the grass and stuff. What's wildflowers?
Might be.
Could be.
In fact, the soil looks prepared in attempt to put wildflowers in.
I hope they've got all them roots out.
That would make a stunning feature.
Wouldn't it?
I said stunning feature.
A stunning feature. It would.
You could have corn cockles, you could have corn marigolds, cornflowers, red campion.
You could.
St John's wort.
Now you notice on this sign here,
Victoria Meadow is that way.
it's over there. Victoria Meadow. Why is it called Victoria Meadow, Kath?
Enlighten us, Phil.
Because Queen Victoria
arrived.
travelled by the
She travelled by the entrance path.
Bridgewater Canal
Oh yeah, that's
that
right.
that goes right along here.
That's right.
And that's where RHS Bridgewater gets its name from.
The canal.
Is the Bridgewater Canal that goes alongside there. And she got off on a canal barge and a special little house that was built for her. And she came to Worsley
Manor, which was over this way.
Which was
behind us
over there.
And
And
no longer standing, like we've said.
And she loved it here, didn't she, Cal? She loved it. So that's why it's called Victoria Meadow.
She was ecstatic, I believe.
Was she? I thought she was just
She took
static.
her crown off.
Did she?
She was so excited.
Did she come out
She
in
let
mourning?
her hair down.
She spent all her life in mourning, didn't she?
Yeah.
Anyway, onwards and upwards. Phil and Kath. The Chinese stream-side garden.
The pagodas have not arrived yet.
No.
Still waiting on them, aren't they?
This was one of the first features completed, and the idea was that they invited crafts people from China to build these little bridges. But then we had COVID,
And it all got halted.
and so
They had to build the
they
Chinese
couldn't get these Chinese craftsmen to come here, and they were going to build pagodas and all kinds here. So they got these bridges all built from kits that you can purchase, but they were bespoken kits, so they were made to size, but they're still kits. A kit is a kit, isn't it? So the bridges aren't exactly Chinese.
No, but
Built a little streams,
the emulator feeling, didn't they?
so they get a feeling,
Yeah, an atmospheric feel, an ambience.
an ambience.
Ambience.
Yeah. So that's the story about this little walk,
Look at this
isn't it, Kath?
Is that? I don't remember that being there last time. They newly planted that in.
It's quite recent.
I think it's quite recent, that.
Yeah. Because you notice things like that, don't you, Kath?
Especially concerning trees. Phil.
Little trees. One minute it's there, the next minute it's not, for some reason. How does that work, Kath? Enlighten us, please do.
What are you talking about?
We're on
We're
the Chinese walk now, Kath,
Yeah.
and we're looking at the little bridges of Chinatown.
Yeah, you just said.
Little Chinese bridges that aren't built by Chinese people, but are built by RHS people,
Yeah.
emulating the Chinese
Yeah.
in attempts to. They read books and stuff to get it right, apparently, Kath.
It's giving everywhere. Unattended. In the water.
They're wrecking the feature. They're wrecking the water feature, Kath. Look at this!
Yay.
Look at this!
Oh look, the rapeseed's got in there as well.
No, look at this! Look at that, Kath. What a bridge.
Oh,
Look, you can see the shadow.
yeah.
Say hello.
Oh yeah, hello.
It's a Chinese braid, Kath, with rapeseed on the banks.
They're doing a lot of work today actually, aren't they?
Certainly are. Sunny day, Kath. Brings out all people in all weathers.
Well, it is very, very spring, very, very.
Very
Very,
spring.
very spring, very, very.
It is very spring, isn't it? Onwards and upwards, Captain John. About those big pagodas and the Chinese people who come in, these experts, these very clever people from China, to build these pagodas. That's what they should look like, right? But then we had COVID, and what have we got now? We've got loads of ropes.
Yeah, but you can envisage it, can't you?
That's where they would be.
You can visualise what they're going to look like.
Yeah,
And eventually they will arrive.
they will arrive.
Yeah.
After World War III,
Oh.
onwards and upwards, Phil and Kath, always thinking to see. This is the business end of RHS Bridgewater. The business end, the plants, some osters there.
Oh, the oysters look really healthy.
They look,
Yeah.
not a slug, bit of slug damage
It's got
inside.
sluggy, don't they? The
Yeah.
leaves. But they have been fine. Oh.
Creating a lovely woodland grade here at Bridgewater.
Look, it's for, and also
All
for
around the banks.
here, isn't it?
And see how they've chalked out the areas where each plant will be grown? And they put them in these sections.
Is that felt they've used on that?
I think so.
Yeah, it's like a thick fleece, isn't
Yeah.
it?
It's like a weed suppressant. It's non-plastic. See all the little pots everywhere? What they're doing here?
Ideally, that would be good for the back of our, it's creating our little woodland.
Yeah. We're creating a little woodland. We'll do a woodland edge using wildflowers. Loads of wildflowers. See? So, this is what Bridgewater's all about.
They've got tons of plants to get out because I know when we were here last time, they'd only just marked it out. So
Yeah.
obviously all the plants have arrived.
Yeah, they've
and
used
we're
like
taking it right the way up
chalk
here.
spray, haven't they,
Yeah.
to section it off.
Mm.
That's a good tip, Mersey beaters.
Yeah.
On
Chalk
your
spray.
plot, you want a naturalistic look about it, use
Yeah.
chalk spray.
Yeah.
If you've got enough land, that is.
Or if you've got a big garden and you want to give it a very authentic, organic
Yeah,
look.
and absolutely
feature.
thousands of pounds for planting plants. This is
It's
a good
good
feature,
to
actually.
see it at this stage because
Yeah.
then when it does take hold,
You can come back
you can compare.
and see how it
its
how it
progress,
started. It's great, actually. We did say there's lots of work going on at Bridgewater.
It's
'cause
very.
it's only been
it
open a
feels
year.
Very
This-
industrious today,
year.
doesn't it?
and you can see they're actually building a new pathway here,
Oh, yes.
so you can explore all the way down there. So there are new things happening all of the time at Bridgewater. It's a very exciting place for gardeners, wouldn't you say, Kath?
Yeah,
It's an exciting place to be.
I think so. I mean, I think it's good to see it evolve from when they opened last year.
Yeah. Are we
Um,
excited, Kath?
There are sections that are coming into their own now.
Do
aren't
we
they?
sound excited though, Kath?
Ecstatic.
We do, don't we? We sound ecstatic. That's because we are. It's always good to see these things developing and happening. It's a happening kind of place.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really switched on here, Kath. This is where it all happens.
Oh, look at this Easter though.
Oh, the ace of lovely.
That'll be gorgeous as it matures that.
The ace of
Beautiful
spades.
now.
The ace of spades. Don't worry about that, Kath. We're the boss here. Boss of our own destiny. There's a stream. See, you can
cannot
you're getting
say
the
that.
Chinese. You can get the Chinese feel, get the Chinese vibe. You know.
The aces are very prominent through Chinese and Japanese gardening design,
Yeah.
aren't they?
They are. See, kit bridge again, not authentically Chinese. It does the job, doesn't it? Just whack it in, build it to kit. It's like an Airfix model. Simple.
I think that's a great piece of kit, actually. Whack it in, like an Airfix model.
Thank you. Again, each one is different. You could almost think it was handmade. Now this definitely has a Chinese feel about it. Yeah, on the hill there, that's where Worsley old hall used to be, or the new hall. And there used to be fantastic tiered gardens there. And at Bridgewater, the RHS are thinking of putting a biodome there for tropical plants in the place where the hall used to stand, and reinstate the tiered gardens that led down to a lake that's just beyond the horizon there. So that's going to be fantastic. That's probably going to take a few years to establish that. I look forward to that. Look at this blossom. These trees are gorgeous. I don't know what type of tree they are. They're lovely. Camellias underneath, just planted. Newly planted camellias. Lovely that. It's a joyous time of the year. It's excited. As you can see, me and Kath, the sap is rising and we're getting into our stride now. We're coming into our own. We're getting excited again for all things gardening. Look at that. There's Kath. Give her a wave. Hiya! 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 Hello! So, the hall, as I was saying, used to be over there where the trees are now, and the tiered gardens would come down to this lake with steps, and this would be a boating lake for the Great Hall, and there'd be an island over there with the follies on, and yeah, this is where Queen Victoria came to sometime before she died. I don't know when. There we go. Anyway, it's nice. Victoria Meadow, and the birthplace of the Industrial Revolution. The Bridgewater Canal is just over there, past that fence that you can see in the distance. Queen Victoria would have alighted on there.
Of Bridgewater.
Third Duke of Bridgewater.
Francis Egerton.
Yeah. There you go. And it was, yeah, she first stayed here in 1851 and travelling to the hall along the Bridgewater Canal to commemorate her visit. Attempts were made to dye the water blue.
For Queenie?
Yeah.
Queenie Victoria?
Yeah. And she had this landing stage built.
So she could
which isn't
royally
there.
enter.
Royally enter. It isn't there anymore. Fascinating. And the RHS are developing this as like meadowland with wildflowers, and I suppose they've got trees here that were that come from one of the RHS shows.
Did they come from Chelsea?
I think they may have come from Chelsea. Yeah.
I think they did.
Yeah, I think they did. So that's going to be great when it's done. But it's quite nice now. The actual motorway that we came in on
is just
over there.
You can see it from here.
Actually hear it.
You can see them.
Yeah.
That's what you hear in the background, which is a shame, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a constant.
It is. Only at this point though, you don't. Yeah. Very well done, Kath. Onwards and upwards, Phil and Kath. Reporting. Let's go. Okay.
That was interesting.
Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed our little look around RHS Bridgewater. yeah, come down if you're in the northwest of England. It's perfect for you. It's only down the M62 from Liverpool,
Yeah.
and just off the M6. From any other direction, it's easy to get to, and it's a great day out. And they've got a lovely cafe, restaurant, shop, and everything else here.
And we'll be open, what, a full year in May next year?
Yeah.
Next month. So,
Yeah.
yeah, full year next
So it'd
month.
be off the first year of opening.
Into May. Yeah.
But it's it certainly is a great place to come and visit. So hope you've enjoyed that, and see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.